but my feelings is that those paws are too small. That if you think of a dog, and it's basically a dog.
Yeah, well, you know, I thought of that too, but then there's the photo.
But photos lie all the time.
Yeah.
And you gotta go with what reads correctly. And that's a really skinny leg there. Okay, so the way I'm seeing it here is this front paw is definitely bigger than this front paw. And this one is wider up here. This one is just, it's just much bigger.
The one in the back is mostly shadow.
The one in the back, it's this line.
No, I mean, the one in the back, the front one was in the back of the other one.
Yeah, that one doesn't bother me as much.
The front paw.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Right. But it's
Mostly shadow.
is there a pointer I can use, the paintbrush or something, just the end of it?
Put one out of that box right there. Thank you.
Okay. So, I think this needs to be wider here.
Oh, okay.
And then this needs to come out here. It should be quite a bit bigger. And probably up here. And that would then make sense on why that one is so small, because this one's covering it. This one here, that line is making it look like the leg is just that wide. Here, it's like a fur line, I think. So just soften that line. And then this foot does need to be quite a bit bigger. And because the background is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The head is very gorgeous, but the feet just read wrong. And I really think they're too small.
Okay.
The other thing that you did do what the picture has, but it's reading a little funny, is this is so clear and this is not at all, and that is what's the picture, but does that bother you? And to me, I would want a little glint in that eye too. Just a little, not the whole thing, because that's the shadow side, but just so he doesn't look like he's, yeah, I think there's just a little more glint in that other eye, just right there, just right there, teeny.
Okay.
And then he's not gonna look glassy-eyed, or I don't know, there's something that disturbs me about that, but that's taste, you might like it the way.
Okay.
But I do think the feet are too small. What's interesting is you changed the background quite a bit to make it way better.
I changed the background.
Yeah, and it's much more interesting there than it is here. So feel free to change the picture on the animal too.
No, I do feel free to change pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
Not all the time, but yeah.
Yeah.
If it's something, if the background wasn't what I wanted, so I changed
Yeah.
it.
And that's gorgeous. So then you want to look at what you've done and say, does it read right, even if you think it mimics the picture
I
right?
was torn about the feet. I couldn't decide.
Yeah, I think they're too small. Anyway, very nice. What a lovely couple. Is this for them?
Yeah. Those are some old friends we've had for 30 years.
Uh-huh. It's very lovely.
I think the photo's behind it, I'm not sure.
skull showing through on here is not reading right. And if you look at the picture, you don't see the skull on that side. He's going bald on top, so you see some skull, but most men don't go bald on the sides too. So I would put more hair, you know, just fluff or over here. And the only other thing that kind of bothers me is the background color. I don't think that sets them off well.
Yeah, I kind of thought it looked good with the blue, but that's the only reason I did that.
Yeah. I think,
'Cause
First-
I usually like dark colored backgrounds.
well, yeah, it just doesn't go well with the skin tone. And that's so dramatic and beautiful that I would change that and maybe maybe left to right, not the same value. You know, just a little, if it were more pinky or, cause
Maybe more apricot.
yeah,
Okay.
cause here, it's not yellow,
Well,
and
no,
it does go with the skin tones better. And it's darker
it's
here.
more-
and-
it's more like a beige.
Yeah. And so,
I
make
thought
it,
the yellow was kind of cheery, but I agree, it's not ideal.
it just doesn't, it's too demanding.
Yeah.
It's not just going in the background, and they are so beautifully done, and you know, it's like, oh, a nice couple. I don't want to look at that background. So make it go with the skin tones better and be less obtrusive,
Yeah. I agree.
and get rid of his scalp over there.
You'll appreciate the hair.
Sound like you know that for sure.
Getting pretty thin up here.
He does have arthritis in his knuckles, but they're not all the same size. I think that's good, this one's too wide. You know, maybe just tone that down just a little bit. The shirts, the hair, the faces, they're all good. That's the only thing that grabs me, that, and that. So,
Thank you.
good job.